Before we get into this evening's update, I just want to go over a quick overview of what to expect. For everybody who's still commenting in the comments and have asked, I did my 93rd weight training workout today. So I've been lifting weights for 93 workouts now. I do it at my house. And I used to be a personal trainer, and then I broke my back and yada, yada, yada. So I have a lot of training. So, but yeah, I started 2 weeks before Halloween. Nothing significant, 30 to 40 minutes a day. 5 to 6 different workouts. I have a few injuries that obviously limit me, but feels nice to build some muscle. So I appreciate everybody who's asking about that journey. So I definitely feel a lot better than I did pre that. So Bitcoin right now is over 30,000. It's at about 30,100. As you can see, it was up briefly behind me, but it's at about 30,134. XRP's at 0.5034 approximately. We got the Dow futures down 23 points, S&P futures down 50. NASDAQ futures is up 3.75. So it's pretty, I don't want to say it's flat, but it's you see how it is behind me. I just wanted you to see how the day ended too. I was giving you a second to look at that, but we had a rough end of the day. So anyhow, we need to take a look at that, and then we'll look at the total crypto market cap to see exactly what needs to happen for Bitcoin to finish this technical target to about 32K. Or do we need to consolidate further to get the steam to push up to these levels? That's what we're going to take a look at, if it's possible, or if this is just, it is what it is, that it runs over. But there's a lot more to, we just came up to 30,000, and now we continue to hold this level. Could this be a new support level forming at 30K? That's what we need to pay attention to. Make sure you hit the like button, as it really does help push me through the analytics, and it's really all I ask. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good evening, 10:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, April 12th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. What we need to look at right now is Bitcoin sitting at 30,081. That's where we're going to start here, up 0.65% over the last 24 hours, but on the day, we're up about 0.71%. It's about even. We're up 211 points on the day right now. The USDT was the first one I said, but up 0.71% on the day approximately, and not the last 24 hours since 8 o'clock. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So we need to start here. Let's let this load in real quick. Actually, okay, here we go. So Bitcoin, if we're looking to have a run here, we're holding the levels we need to hold right now. My only question before was, would we come back down here and retest this breakout point at 28,674? We really don't want to come down there, because then you have the chance of coming back into the channel. But it's not unusual for that to happen. But what I've been pointing out is we had this bottom at 29,827 initially, and we did wick under it, but we held it, pulled back up. So I do like that level right there. I like holding it there because that was the initial breakdown point after the push up back here. You can see it back in here, and that's where I got that level. And then I said, hey, when we come back across, let's see how we hold this. And now we have, it looks like. And if this pulls up any farther, we have to acknowledge. And let me know in the comments what you think. But I think I've decided I want to do an update, obviously, right when I wake up. But then I want to do one, anywhere between 8 and 10 o'clock at least at night, so that I have one in the early morning and then one before everybody goes to bed, or vice versa, and then everybody around the world can watch it either AM or PM. So we got to pay attention to this formation. Let me take it down into a smaller time frame. Hold on just one sec. So if this is actually a formation that's worth noting, we came up, we kind of wicked up a few times, but is this like forming some kind of weird W here? I don't know. It's what we have to pay attention to, though. Like, is this coming back up? If it pulls up any farther, I know we had wicks up and down, But that was a liquidation event in both sides right there. That's where it's no fun. So what we're looking at right now is let's hold 29,827. And first things first, we would have to break that local top up there. If we could break this local, I'll put the resistance up here so we can see it. 30,576 approximately right here. Actually, it's 30,581 approximately. So that's what we're looking to break here. Right now, we're trying to see if we formed a new level of support. We could even say, I don't like that I'm saying the support floor right there. I like that 30,000. I think honestly, we need to see if 30,000's become the threshold, but we can also put a support down here where it broke down to about 20, because we can update our levels now that it's happened. And I like to do this. 29,693 was the drop point low after the push up. And then we've got 30,000, seeing if we can make that a new support structure here. So we wicked down, but now we created this little W here. So we'll see how much farther this has to go. And then we would have to break 30,581 to try to start breaking up into this range now. And you can see it's at about 32,289 right now, approximately. So that would be the run up. And it would be a spectacular run up here, but we got to see if it happens, and we've got to break some levels to confirm whether or not it can even happen. But that is a technical target if we can break out and hold from here. XRP's at 0.5036, down 0.24% on the day. But again, XRP's held some very important levels here as well. XRP came down. Actually, a couple times we came down, but we managed to hold down here. And I drew out a pattern here where I showed that it looked like we created some kind of weird inverted head and shoulders possibly. Then I created the triangle that we're in. It's like the downtrending resistance, uptrending support. And then I wrote this little overextension area where I said it would probably hit. And that could be how you get into this inside out. It's like a little wedge. Let me get my arrow. Ends up like a little inside out wedge here. So this arrow forms the uptrending resistance. It's kind of like a symmetrical support here, or a flat support. But that was the overextension area, and that's what I drew out for everybody so we would know, hey, even if it breaks this area, it's not the end of the pattern, because as long as we hold this area down here at 50 cents and we hold this same structure, we're fine. And unless we ultimately break this 4832 where this inverted head looks like it finished, we'd be okay. But you don't really want to break down any farther than where we're at right here, where I put this line across. If you start breaking down from there, then it gets tricky. Then you might come down to this formation, and we already know the 494 support, so it would make sense that we might have to come down to 494 if we were to break down. As of right now, we're looking to get back up above this uptrending resistance in a very quick and swift fashion at 51 cents, and then ultimately push out of this 52.22. So that's what we're looking for with XRP. If we break down, we've got 494, but then we run the risk of coming back down to those pattern formations where we broke out of, there's a lot of interpretations, but a long-term kind of descending triangle we broke out of. But it was a very bearish pattern we broke out of, and we dropped some 80 to 85% from the 2021 highs. So it was a massive drop, and you don't really want to be coming back down here to retest that. But this is a long, and remember, sometimes when you get this long sideways consolidation and it starts holding, the pattern doesn't break, it's trying to tell you something. It looks like it should break down, but I'm not convinced until we finally lose this 200-day down here. First, this 200-day in the 2-hour at 4992, which essentially is the 50 cents, losing it. The 494, and then ultimately losing this inverted head and shoulders part of the pattern. There's so much stuff in this area, though, that we've got to lose some of these thresholds. But that's what I'm looking at with this pattern. Now, we could say, and I like having the formation here. This was in the short term where I'm like, oh, that's the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But you could say, now that the pattern's built out more, I didn't have any evidence in front of it. I was just speculating. We could say possibly, if the pattern formation holds properly, what the hell am I doing? No, I still like that. I like that being the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But some would be like, oh, isn't that the right shoulder? I don't know. I kind of think that's the consolidation to see if this is actually for real. And if it's not, this would break down, and then this would be a quick and swift rejection. But it's kind of dragging out a little bit to where it might not even be able to be a right shoulder in traditional sense, but it could be a topping reversal where maybe it comes back up here and swifts down again. Like you got the top, swing around, and then back up. So you could do something like that. I'd be stunned if we don't get a double top up here with what we did and how much we came up. Traditionally, the market makers are going to come up there a second time, so the ones who are in there, the big wigs, can get their money out if they're willing to sell. So that's just what I'm seeing with XRP. Pay attention to all that. And if this were to go right and we broke 52.22 and ultimately broke that, roughly the double top, that 60-cent mark is where the pattern formation is right above it. So that's why a lot of people say the bulls are targeting 60 cents, because that's exactly where the formation is. And then I just want to end with the total crypto market cap. It's at 1.1 or 1.11 or what the fuck is that? 1.119. I need to get some sleep. 1.19 trillion, 1.193 trillion. It's up 0.07% on the day. Let's see. This is another one where if this is a consolidatory bull flag, where it's creating this triangle, and that's what I wanted to tell everybody with Bitcoin, I fucking forgot. But it doesn't matter because Bitcoin and total crypto market cap are in the exact same formation. Can you believe that? But this is a very basic, because I just want you to see it right here. But that's very basic. If that's the consolidation on this like rising triangle, some people will call it, but it's a downtrending resistance, uptrending support. We can call it a ascending triangle, or well, it can't even be ascending, but we're in a consolidation here. But if this triangle continues to ascend, if we continue to ascend here and then break out, this could be very bullish, and it could very well bring us up to that 1.248 trillion. So pay very close attention to that. We need to hold the 1.18, and we have so far. And as long as we do that, we have nothing in between here and 1.248 trillion, in my opinion. Make sure to hit that like button, and if you got anything out of this, subscribe to the channel, as we're very, very close to 16,000. I've been working very hard. I haven't taken a day off since 2021. No joke. Since I started in March of 2021, I've never missed a day. So hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. And I don't ever say this, but turn the bell notification to all so you get my updates right when they come out. And then share this to your friends and family so new people can get in here. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, even in the USA, you can do it on MEXC and or BITGET. There's no spot fees on the buy and sell, and you can futures trade on up to 250x. That means you can long or short the market. That's in the video description below and or pinned comments. I'm not getting paid to say this in any way. It's just the platforms I use, so I'm going to advertise them because everybody always asks. And then if you want to send a donation, you can do it by sending XRP, which I very rarely, if ever, get anybody doing that. But there is an option to do that. And also join Tom's Army, which don't get very many people doing that. But hey, that's your prerogative. All I ask is you hit that like button, and hopefully you learn something each and every day. That's all I give a fuck about. So if you want to learn anything, join anything, or send anything, or find anything, it's in the video description below and or pinned comments. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag FUD Assassins. Remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point? And I'm going to end you on this. A little something from Mother's second choice. Oh yes, Mr. Carter. I have not forgot about you in the Outback. Make sure you listen to Mr. Anthony Carter touring somewhere in the Outback. Don't play his music without his express written consent. Which somehow, some way, I got that so long ago.
But I gave myself the review. One thing a feather in the wind, all the trail I blaze, I'll always come back to you. Some people go with the stars, some people line in a queue. Me, myself, all wrong with a goal, I got so many to choose. I seen them fly high, I seen them fly low, sometimes I read the news. You better hold on to me, girl, I got more living to do. Singing, I have no direction. Like a feather in the wind, all the trail I blaze, I'll always come back to you. Singing, I have no direction. Like a feather in the wind, all the trail I blaze, I'll always come back to you. Come on. It's my master plan to rock every land and bring this song to you. With no words of wisdom, so why even listen unless you're in my shoes? One thing I know best is that I'm giving this life I choose. You better hold on to me, girl, I got more living to do. Singing, I have no direction. Like a feather in the wind, all the trail I blaze, I'll always come back to you. Singing, I have no direction. Like a feather in the wind, all the trail I blaze, I'll always come back to you. Singing,